Hey everybody, and welcome back to Sports Central. Mark Jackson here along with Neil Duncan.
Some great footage there on soccer, and you talk about the Florida Youth Soccer Association being at Lake Myrtle Sports Park, and we talk about it often. It's the epicenter of youth soccer in the state, and having the opportunity to see a football game, if you will, in
FUT.
Overseas earlier this year, it's big, it's huge, and it's starting to grow in popularity here in the States. Right. See the game, and it's fantastic. But this third segment brought to us by The Ledger, another great corporate partner of tourism and sports marketing, and they're bringing us this segment.
Okay, if you're on a game show and somebody would ask you, what's the fire towel run amok?
Well, what? But we're about to find out.
We have two people that are going to tell us all about it. We have the president and the secretary of the Future Farmers of America. Fantastic organization. Always been really jealous. Of course, I'm a rural kid from Wisconsin, and they always had these cool blue jackets, the coolest jackets of all. They're better than your letter jacket, anything like that, because they always had the neat stitching. Where do you guys get those things anyway? I've been dying to ask that ever since I was a little kid.
There's actually a corporation in Ohio that the Universal Lettering Company, and they specifically make FFA jackets. The cool thing about that is that everything is American made. The cotton's grown in Tennessee, it's dyed in North Carolina, and then stitched in Ohio. So it's really cool. We love these corduroy jackets, even in Florida, even though it's quite hot, we love the jackets. And we're proud to wear them.
Well, I have to do an introduction here, and shame on me, and shame on you if you're just joining us, because we've had some great stuff coming out so far. But everybody, we have Megan Stein, who is the president of the Florida FFA, and we also have Wally Martin. And Wally, you're the secretary.
That's right.
State secretary.
State secretary.
Got to get that right. But you're not from Polk County, however. You guys represent the entire state, so when you have a national convention, you go and represent the state of Florida. But you are pretty close to home, Sebring and DeSoto County, correct?
Yes, sir. Arcadia.
Arcadia, okay. Where the Pioneer Restaurant is located. That's a good place to eat.
Again,
Where
always
that
about
stuff
food
comes
with
from,
Mark.
I'm not really sure, everybody.
What
but,
is the fire tower run amok? What is it? I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, we get a little off track every once in a
The
while.
Fire Tower Run Amok, as hard to say. It is a fundraiser 5K and mud run for the Florida FFA Foundation. So early in the morning, they're having a 5K walk run for anyone interested, and then after that is the mud run, or the obstacle course, getting down and dirty and running 3 miles around Lake Pierce at the Leadership Training Center.
And of course, that's located in Haines City right here in Polk County.
Yes,
and that'll be on November 23rd.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, tell us a little bit more about the mud run. I mean, this is a growing trend and industry and big event. How can people get involved, and what's the course going to make up? What's the course makeup going to be?
Well, I did a mud run a few years ago, a Warrior Run in Clearmont, so just right up 27. And I think it's something that people are really interested in. And when we were talking about it in the Florida FFA Foundation board meeting about forming this event, it's something that we thought could really get people involved with and expand their knowledge about the FFA and about our foundation and association. So we have 17 obstacles that are going to make up the mud run part of the course, and then a surprise obstacle at the very end. And it's anything from running through the creeks at Lake Pierce to straight through all of the wetlands, tire courses, mounds, 8 to 10 foot mounds of dirt and mud, and all kinds of, just going to get you down and dirty and really have an enjoyable afternoon, hopefully.
Oh, that's cool stuff. These mud runs are really getting popular, and I think it's a great idea. So people that are interested in doing this, okay, there's no restrictions. You don't have to be from Polk County, the state of Florida,
Absolutely
or
not.
the U.S. Anybody can enter.
Anybody.
Are there age categories, or is it just like everybody just does it?
The only stipulation I believe that we have is if you're under 18, since it is a mud run where there's a lot of obstacles, we need a parent to sign off on your consent form. But other than that.
You said there's a surprise at the end. I mean, you aren't getting like shocked or anything
Oh,
like
no.
that.
No.
They do have runs that do that.
Our last
I don't know if you knew
our
that,
last
but-
show, there was an event coming in, and one of them was a little shock, one of the obstacles.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
No,
people are paying for this? To
We
do this?
won't, we promise we won't shock you.
No.
Oh, okay.
Is there a fee to enter this event?
Yes.
The 5K is $30,
Okay.
and the mud run is $50. You're allowed to form a team of up to 5 to run. You don't need a team to participate. But if you do the mud run and the 5K, it's a reduced price of $65.
And where do people register for this event?
Active.com.
Okay.
Oh, that's first class. So you've aligned yourself with a good organization.
Yes, sir.
A very good organization. Talk to us a little bit about the leadership center there. It's amazing to me how many people don't even know that it exists. It's on Lake Pierce in Pierce in East Polk County, just a few miles, about 5-6 miles east of Dundee. But the facility itself, tell us about that. I mean, that's got to be one of your pride and joys for FFA.
We are truly proud of the Leadership Training Center, one of the few states across the nation that has a facility like that. The foundation was able to raise the funds to produce this, and we've had the LTC for quite a few years now. It's not only used for FFA functions, we also have it available for any corporate meetings or Christmas parties, weekend leadership events, anything like that. We have a lodge, there's plenty of meeting spaces, we have cabins and villas. It's a gorgeous facility nestled right on Lake Pierce, and we are truly proud of the facility.
Are you going into public relations when you're done?
Hopefully
or
so.
Done with school?
Hopefully so, yes, sir.
Oh my goodness, you're a great spokesperson.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Wally, what about you? What are you going to
Well, I believe Megan and I are both, after this year, as state officers, we take a year off of school. We graduated from high school last year, and we take a year off from going to college to sort of serve as an ambassador for the FFA and for ag education in the state of Florida this year. So
fantastic. Next
year, Megan and I will both be going to the University of Florida. I'm going for food and resource economics, and I want to work in the policy side of agriculture.
Very, very good. Both go.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Now, talk to us about the proceeds from the event, because you said it's going to go to the Florida FFA Foundation and 17,000 members statewide. Talk about some of the programming.
Well, the Florida FFA Foundation, their purpose is to support the Florida FFA Association, which is the members and really where the leadership and where the action happens in the FFA. So the Florida FFA works all year to make sure that we have everything that we need in order to properly prepare FFA members to become leaders in not just in agriculture but in every aspect of their future.
Do you see a trend in FFA academically as well as practically in terms of focusing more on the business model, successful business models? I mean, Neil's a farmer, I'm a rural kid. In fact, I still own a farm up in Wisconsin, dairy farm, you were. And, but in the I say the olden days when Neil was a kid, I was much younger.
Keep going, keep going.
There wasn't so much focus on business, profit loss, income statements, balance sheets, all of that type of stuff. Has there been more of a focus that way, or is it just kind of pretty much stayed the same? Tell us what's happening with FFA statewide.
The FFA actually was created as the Future Farmers of America, but in 1988 they switched the name to the National FFA Organization to reflect that we're no longer just sows, cows, and plows. We are truly going towards the future of agriculture to help feed our world. So frankly, in the state of Florida, we pride ourselves on our ability to raise our students for careers in over 300 different aspects of agriculture. Whether it be an agribusiness person, an agricultural lawyer, or a politician, we often see students now that do have agriculturally based backgrounds such as farming and things like that, but we ensure that we give them the skills they need later in life through incorporating things such as record books, where they have to keep track of their financials throughout the year. And we have degrees that allow you to keep track of the financial standing of your progress over the years you're in the FFA. So we are trying to encourage students to not only keep the agricultural aspect as a front runner of our organization, but to make sure that they're preparing them for their future as well.
Yeah.
We obviously locally know, and probably not as much as we should, but the perception of Florida across the country is it's where you go for vacation, it's beaches, it's palm trees. Talk a little bit about what Florida produces as far as in the farming side of things, because people would be shocked if they knew how much the state of Florida actually produces when it comes to farming.
Exactly. Agriculture is the number 2 commodity in the state of Florida. We are the number 2 only following tourism. We are the second most diverse state in the nation, producing over 300 different commodities, ranging from oyster farming, which Wally and I had the opportunity to actually try in Apalachicola Bay, to citrus and cattle that are the backbone of our state. So we are beyond proud to be from a state that is so diverse and so well known for the wide variety of commodities that we are able to produce.
We've got an offer for you. I'm telling you, the way you articulate and
both of you,
as well spoken as you are. When you have to do an internship at the University of Florida, you come see us.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Thank you
because
so much.
both of you.
both
you know.
of you. Yeah.
Well, you're from DeSoto County. How did you get interested and involved in FFA?
Well, I think Megan mentioned it earlier. It's so amazing in the FFA, the diversity and the growth that we've seen, and our members aren't necessarily from a farm aspect, and I think it's really impressive. Megan and I serve on a 7-member state officer team, and of the 7 people on our team, I'm actually the only one who has any direct agriculture background. I grew up on a cattle ranch that's been in my family for about 150 years. I'm the 6th generation to live on the ranch, so I really had a direct connection, and kind of my dad would say, a destiny to join the FFA.
You need to thin out any hogs on your ranch?
Oh yes, actually just last night we went out and thinned a few. They're pretty bad.
Well, it's once again we jump back to the Fire Tower. Boy, that is a tough one to say. Fire Tower Run Amok. You can get more information by going to
active.com.
active.com.
The event's November 23rd.
And there's still time to register.
There is. Online registration will be open until next Wednesday. It closes next Wednesday to register.
Next Wednesday.
But you can register on site.
Oh, you can?
Until
can.
8 a.m., yes.
Okay.
8
All right.
a.m..
So the 19th.
That's early.
No, next Wednesday would be the 20th.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the 20th, November 20th, and you can register on site as well. And again, if you're not familiar with the FFA Leadership Center, it is on Fire Tower Road. You can Google it. It's and just go out there and check it out. It is a fantastic place for meetings, conferences, and just if you enjoy nature. It is a lot of fun. Wow. That's some cool stuff. The mud run, I haven't even done it, and it's like you get tired out from it. But ladies and gentlemen, we've got another special segment. And by the way, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
for having us.
Absolutely. And best of luck with the fundraiser.
Thank you.
That's some great stuff.